after early monsoon rains made its landfall into Nepal, the rain-induced disasters continue to leave an ugly trail behind. With unprecedented scale of damage witnessed in Sindhupalchok, the threat is yet to subside as we receive reports of at least 17 deaths since Monday last week in rain-induced disasters. These are surely early indications that the countrymen are bracing for catastrophic monsoon season this time around. Good morning, I'm Sarah Chitrakar and these are the headlines of the hour. President Bhandari invites more criticism following her meeting with the Home Minister and security chiefs, giving glimpses of modus operandi matching with the executive head. At least 17 deaths due to monsoon rain-induced floods and landslides reported last week. Threats of monsoon floods high amid swollen rivers across the country. 34 more individuals succumbed to coronavirus. Despite a high recovery rate, cases with post-COVID complications rising at hospitals. And Germany throw group of death wide open with a stunning win over Portugal. Spain held to a 1-1 stalemate by spirited Poland. The country's national charter has limited the president to ceremonial roles. However, President Bidya Devi Bhandari has been charged of breaching her ceremonial position time and again. President Bhandari invited more criticism following her meeting with the Home Minister and security chiefs, giving glimpses of a modus operandi matching that with an executive head. We have more in this report. President Bhandari on Friday summoned Home Minister Khagraj Adhikari and all the 4 security chiefs to the President's office on Friday. During the 1.5-hour-long meeting, the President not only inquired about the rescue works for flood victims, but also directed the security chiefs to take special efforts towards disaster mitigation. The President's modus operandi on Friday and numerous other occasions have matched the style of executive head to the dismay of political analysts. The President can consult the Prime Minister in case the ceremonial head wants to inquire about the government's activities. The Constitution, however, does not have provision for the President to summon the government representative and give official directions. Political analysts have taken the President's role of giving orders to the Home Minister and the security chiefs as highly controversial. This is also not the first incident that the President had invited controversy, as she is found to use the President's office as a platform for settling dispute to the ruling party. President Bidya Bhandari has continued to land in controversy as she has been charged of favouring anti-constitutional moves of Prime Minister K.P. Sharma Oli. At least 17 deaths due to monsoon rain-induced floods and landslides have been reported in the past week. The Home Ministry has informed that 24 individuals are missing and 17 individuals have been injured. At least 107 incidents of floods and landslides were reported last week, beginning Monday. 19 national highways in different parts of the country have been blocked, while vehicles are moving on a single lane on 22 highways. The locals near Mahakali River are urged to remain alert due to an alarming rise in water levels, which has increased the risk of inundation in the lower embankment. The water flow has increased in adjoining rivers of Koshi and Karnali. The water flow in rivers that make its way through Dolakha, Ramechhap, Gorkha, Manang, Parvat, Baglung, Myagdi, Rupandehi, Kapilvastu, Dang, Bake and Bardia is predicted to rise to an alarming level. The Meteorological Forecasting Division has predicted heavy rain until today in Lumbini, Bagmati and Gandaki province and has urged public to remain vigilant. The division has predicted heavy rain to subside for a few days from Monday. At least 21 individuals have been killed in 159 flood and landslide incidents since mid-April. Sindhupalchok and Manang have reported maximum loss of properties so far this monsoon season. The country continues to reel under coronavirus as 34 deaths were registered in the past 24 hours, taking the COVID-19 death tally to 8,675. Meanwhile, the total number of COVID-19 cases in the country has reached over 619,000 as 1,688 more individuals tested positive for the virus. According to the Health Ministry, 11,696 tests through the PCR method were carried out, while the infection rate in the country now stands at 9.30%. 3,660 individuals registered full recovery yesterday, taking the recovery tally to over 5.53 million, while the recovery rate stands at 89.30%. Based on the Health Ministry's report, 53,733 of the infected are currently in home isolation, 874 in intensive care units and 268 on ventilator support. Meanwhile, some 1.4 million senior citizens have been reeling under the uncertainty over the second dose of COVID vaccine, which is already due by over 2 weeks. Health experts have also warned that if the second dose of vaccine is not administered on time, it might lead to a scenario where they might need to repeat the first dose again for the vaccine to work effectively. The recovery rate of COVID-19 presently hovers around 89%. However, this does not mean the pandemic has ended in the country. Health issues like shortness of breath, nausea, lack of sleep are still prevalent on post-COVID patients for up to 6 months after recovery. More in this report.
The number of COVID-19 patients in hospitals has decreased significantly in recent days. Number of COVID patients with serious health complications too has dropped down. According to the nationwide data, the number of COVID patients receiving treatment in intensive cares has dropped to 800, while those on ventilator support is around 250 in the country. The figure was twice the current data a month ago. According to the Health Ministry, the recovery rate has climbed to 89%. However, the health complications in post-COVID patients has remained intact. Majority of the recovered patients of COVID-19 face problems like shortness of breath, headache and lack of sleep, among others. According to physicians, the number of recovered patients of COVID-19 visiting hospitals with various health issues has shot up in recent time. More than 80% of the patients recovering from Sukraraj Tropical and Infectious Disease Hospital in Daegu, Kathmandu have reached hospitals with post-COVID symptoms. Doctors say that despite having no active virus, there can be other persisting health complications for 3 to 6 months after recovering from the COVID infection. Many individuals have been found using various vitamin supplements and other medicines to get rid of such problems. However, doctors say that such random use of medicines can intensify the complications or even invite other health issues. Out of 336,000 positive cases detected from mid-April, more than 275,000 have registered full recovery. Meanwhile, the government lacks exact data on the number of people with post-COVID symptoms.
In our Public Voice segment, we had asked the local residents in Sunsari what preparations should be made by the District Disaster Management Committee to minimize the risk of floods, landslides, among other natural disasters. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
समितिले जहिले पनि यस्तो बेलामा चाहिँ अलर्ट हुनुपर्ने र त्यो विभिन्न खालको सूचनाहरू जनमानसमा पुग्नुपर्ने खालको हुनुपर्ने लाग्छ तर अहिलेसम्म के गरेछ थाहा छैन
जनतालाई कसरी बचाउने कसरी सुरक्षित राख्ने र यो बाढी पहिरोबाट कसरी बच्ने भन्ने किसिमको एउटा उर्दी नै जाहेर गर्न सकेको छैन सरकारले
पहिले पनि जोखिमली थियो र अहिले पनि जोखिमली छ अहिलेसम्म सरकारले चाहिँ कुनै पनि काम गरेको सूचना अहिलेसम्म पाइएको छैन
वर्षा लाग्नु भन्दा पहिले नै यसको व्यवस्थापन उचित व्यवस्थापन गरिनुपर्ने त्यसमा चाहिँ सरकार र स्थानीय निकाय सबै चाहिँ मौन अथवा त्यसमा चाहिँ चुकेको चाहिँ हामीले अनुभूत गरेका छौं
बाढी पहिरो पीडितहरुलाई राहतको संग्रह केही पनि गरेछ सुझाव र कुनै संसार माध्यमबाट पनि केही नआएको हामीले जानकारी अहिलेसम्म पाएको छैन
विपद व्यवस्थापन समिति सिडिओको नेतृत्वमा चाहिँ छ भन्ने चाहिँ सुनेको तर अहिलेसम्म त्यस्तो केही व्यवस्थापन गरेको तयारी गरेको यत्रो संकटको बेलामा उद्धार गर्ने हामीसँग चुस्त दुरुस्त जिल्लामा सरकारी संयन्त्र छ जस्तो चाहिँ मलाई लागेको छैन
It's time now for our segment, Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion. We Here's the question: what's your take on the delay on behalf of the Labour Ministry in sending workers to Israel on government level? Your options are A. Effect of pandemic, B. Indifference of government officials, and C. Nexus of businesses. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Good day.